You're making a huge mistake. Ladies, as a single woman, if you are not dating at least 3 to 5 different men at the same time, you're making a major mistake. This is
you're making a mistake by not being a whore.
Called circular dating. And no, you are not sleeping with any of these men. No, you are not exclusive to any of these men. Neither are you committed to any one of these men and messing with others. No. You are simply dating. What does it mean to date? It means to talk, to text, to call, to go on dates. It does not mean that you're in a relationship with any one of them. It does not mean that you are sleeping with any one of them.
That's what most women do anyway, right? There's usually a ton of guys in their pipeline. They're doing this anyway. What is she talking about?
And it does not mean that you're going to pretend that you're only talking to them and only them if that's not true. You're not going to lie, and you're not going to open up and be like, but just so you know, that I'm talking to other men at the same time. No. You're not going to say anything unless asked. If you're a single woman and you are ready to attract your Mr. Right, but you don't know how to do that, and you have been constantly attracting men that are just not it, click the link in my bio.
Of course. If you're not attracting the men that you want, the answer is not bringing more men into the pipeline. The answer is figuring out what you want and looking for that specifically, and not opening your legs for random men. But, I mean, basically what she described here is essentially what women do anyway. All right, next one.
If you're having trouble with Hinge and going on dates, let me be the one to help you. My number one tip would be to take off the deal breaker for the age range, set it to what your ideal is, and then turn that button off. And I swear you will get so many more likes and so many more people. And then I would also X out all of your standouts. I say this because it'll make you boosted in the algorithm, and for some reason I swear it shows you to more people. When I did this, I literally went from having 10 to 15 likes a day to having 30 to 50 to 60 likes a day.
All right, call me old-fashioned, but why even go through trying to game the algorithm, change your filters, run different A/B tests? When you're female, all you have to do is put on some clothes and go to the club. All you have to do is go out with your girlfriends and tell them not to cock block. That's really all you have to do, and guys will walk up to you. Well, not so many today, but many guys will still do that, me included, if the chick is attractive, right? But I just it always galls me how people are just so obsessed with these dating apps. Even when I do go out to the venues, I see women and guys, sadly, on the phone, just swiping, and I'm just running circles around them, taking the chick. Sometimes they're like, where'd that chick come from? Who's this old man who just took her? It's like, well, dude, get off your app, son. Get off your app, young man, and you'll meet women too.
And no, you will not there was days that I literally didn't like a single person, but you could match with a lot of people, and it kind of makes it fun. My last tip is I think that you should make sure that all of your prompts can be responded to.
I don't even know what all this means. Your prompts, your match. I mean, I know what the matches are, but she's worried about likes, prompts, matches, gaming the algorithm. Good Lord, girl, put on a dress and go out. Right? That goes for everybody, man. Get out there and start socializing. One of the big PUAs back then, Mystery, I remember he was on Conan O'Brien, and he was getting clowned on Conan because he said, what's the first rule of pickup artistry? And he said, go out, right? And Conan was like, what? He was like, leave your house, go out. He was like, that's it? That's it? I mean, it sounds like such a big deal, but it is, right? It is, obvious, especially today, right? I bet Conan's not laughing now. But that's what I tell students too. You have to go out, son, and get off your phone while you're out. You have to engage with humanity. Don't worry about gaming algorithms and what your profile photo looks like on this app and whatnot. Just go out, man, and socialize. Pete's sakes, what's wrong with this generation?
And you can even ask questions in your prompts or kind of give them something to respond to. I also like the poll feature.
The poll feature? What is? And obviously, how's this working out for you, dear? You're at home on a Friday night drinking some coffee or chocolate or whatever you're drinking there in your sweatpants, uploading on TikTok. So obviously it's not going too well. As with anybody I know using dating apps, they're always in between people, never find the right one, having to settle, getting flaked on, getting ghosted. Dude, just, buckle up, get into 7 months of mastery, and let's do cold approach. All right.
For me was realizing.
Hold on.
So one of the unexpected things about getting divorced for me was realizing that I was not going to be able to maintain friendships with married people. I was married for 5 years, so obviously mine and my ex-husband's circle of friends was mostly other married people. What you might expect to happen is for maybe the couples in your life choose the other spouse, and then it's awkward and you can't maintain the friendship. That actually did not happen to me at all. None of them liked him. But what did happen was I felt like my married friends suddenly could not relate to me and my single mom life at all. I even have a married friend who was also divorced before, but now she's happily married and she doesn't have a kid with her ex, and so even she could not relate to me on this single mom.
Yeah, nobody wants to hang around a single mom, man, unless they themselves are a single mom. And I would not want my wife that I'm married to hanging out with her single girlfriends, much less a single mom. Okay? No. I don't want her around a single mom or any other bad influence out there.
Level. And at first they were very supportive and very understanding and wanted to be there for me. And they were very interested in my dating life. At first it was oh, tell us the tea. What's it like dating? And who are these guys? And then what happened was they didn't think that I was dating right. They had all these opinions about how I should be dating and where I should be meeting men and how I should be talking to these men. It's my opinion that if someone has not been in the dating world in the last literally year or two, they have zero concept of what the modern dating scene is like.
Oh, she's right about that, which is why I constantly try to warn these women in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Before you divorce your husband, maybe you should take a look at some of these women who did what you are about to do and are now complaining about it and how poorly it's worked out for them.
The reason I say this is because I have not been dating since before my divorce. I hadn't dated for 6 years. Okay, that's how long I was with my ex. And
she's going to be fresh meat out there if she gets out there.
I got on a brief stint on Tinder, met one guy from Tinder, and that was my only experience with dating apps before getting married. And then re-entering the dating world, not only as a single mom, but in a dating world where we only seem to be able to meet people online.
Not true. I still take guys out for cold approach. That's totally not true. And that's why it's so much easier to do cold approach these days, because women are just blown away when you just talk to them, Not in a creepy way, obviously. I teach you how to do that in mastery, but in just a normal way, right? That doesn't cause them to put up their guard or run away, but they get interested.
You just literally cannot get it when you have been married for 5 years. On top of that, suddenly my schedule was completely different. Not only am I working all the time now, whereas before I was a stay-at-home mom. Now I have to share my weekend time with dating, friendships, alone time, all these other things. So my time to just spend with my married friends has greatly been reduced. And I think because...
Yeah, and dating, especially for these divorced women, it becomes like a second job. Well, for anybody, but especially them, right? And especially if they have kids. It's a lot of work, right? It is a lot of work. That's why I would say, wouldn't it just be easier to make things work with your husband? You already love each other. You already found each other. You already know each other. You already built a life together, built a family together, built a home together. Why throw that away? For what? To get on Tinder? Really?
I'm single now. They expected me to kind of work around their schedules because they have a husband and they have a whole family, and so suddenly I should be the one that's kind of wrapping my schedule around their availability, and it's just not realistic, and I just don't think that they understand that.
Well, yeah, this is why when you're a divorced single mom, probably not going to mesh well with married women anymore, especially the ones who still have their families intact, right? it's probably not going to mesh well. You're not going to want to go to the same places, do the same things, enjoy the same stuff. You know,
So one of the unexpected things.
take care of you're just not going to have anything to relate to anymore. So if you're divorced and single mom, you're going to meet other women like that when you're not on the dating apps getting rammed by the Chad who could give two craps less about you, unlike your husband, ex-husband.
And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my DeLorean. It's incredible, about to take off. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe, okay? So make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making things happen every single week. So take advantage of it, and this is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, right? It's only $1. So take advantage of it. Okay? Just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. All right, I'm out. Let's get out of here. Woo! Man, this car has some pickup. And this is coming from a guy with a Corvette. This car is actually pretty quick. Don't be fooled. DeLorean is quick. This is, after all,